Part 2, Component Bridges. Interactable behaviors are defined by the SDK component scripts. The VRTK demo scene that we're using is intended to demonstrate a large variety of behaviors you can apply to interactable objects. Some highlight when touched, some do not. So for simplicity in this video, we're going to make all the objects for now highlight the same way. And later on, we'll show how to make them highlight in their own way, much like the demo. So how do we extract these scripts? BridgeXR gives us a tool to do that called the component extractor. Choose just the components we want to extract as a prefab. We only want to choose the components that are VRTK. We just want to take out the dependencies. We'll start with the cube highlight on touch, extract the components, and we'll call it interactable VRTK. You can see the extractor has now replaced the VRTK components with a component bridge loader, and it is referencing the interactable VRTK prefab. We're going to reuse this bridge on multiple objects in the scene so we can save it as an asset in our assets folder. We'll call it interactable bridge. Now, using the Find and Replace tool, we can look for all objects in the scene that use the same set of components and component values and replace them all with the interactable bridge. And when you press play, you can see how all of the components have been restored in the scene, and we can interact with the objects. Now we want to replicate similar behavior for Daydream. Let's go back to the object manipulation demo scene and grab the scripts we want that define the object as interactable. Let's pick the lion. Then we go to the BridgeXR component extractor and choose the components we want. We really only want the movable physics object component. We could add the custom center of mass, although this is a per object setting. Note in the extractor there are some reference warnings. Prefabs cannot reference external objects, so if we do use them, we would have to manually fix that up. Another point is the way this Daydream Elements demo scene does highlighting references a child object mesh. The VRTK demo objects don't use this technique, so we won't need that here. We extract the components into a prefab named Interactable Daydream. Now we can go back to our working scene, add a Daydream bridge, and assign the Daydream interactables Now, when we switch the bridge settings active bridge to Daydream and press play, you can see that the Daydream components are added to the object, and we can now interact with the objects with our pointer. So now we have a scene that will run both as a VRTK app or as a native Daydream Elements app.